Boxing Talk family, we gather here today to pay our respects to South Korean fighter Joon. When faced with a challenge, a huge challenge, monstrous challenge if you will, not only did he invite the challenge, not only did he welcome the challenge, he embraced it and walked towards it.
On the sport of boxing, you saw the left hook, and there's his biggest mistake.
You know, especially given the circumstances, you know, short notice and other things.
But really, in reality, he was getting hurt.
Being on foreign soil, he still welcomed the challenge and he fought his heart out. In times of adversity, when he was getting pummeled in the face, he welcomed and invited more punishment.
You see Kim right there, he asked for it, squared up in the corner.
So we have to take our hats off to him. With all that being said, brother, warrior, Joon.
You got knocked the fuck out, man! Give me my goddamn money!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. BTF, man. So we just saw the fight between undisputed champion, two-time undisputed champion, NAOYA the Monster Inoue, going against Joon, man. And the Japanese champion did not leave anything to question, nothing to the judges, nothing to be, you know, left to the imagination, right? He went in there and handled business. Now going into the fight, I thought Joon was going to last 5 rounds. I gave him an extra round, but NAOYA Inoue got rid of him in 4, you know. But like I said, Joon, he definitely put up a good fight, and I want to commend him, man, and salute him, because he took an ass whooping, but he really took Sam Goodman's ass whooping. You know what I'm talking about? That ass whooping was for Sam Goodman.
Look at you scared now, you hoe! Scared like a little white pussy! Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
No, did it?
You know what I'm talking about? But you know, 3 times that fight didn't happen. 1 time was rescheduled. Then he suffered a cut that pushed the December date back to January, and then he suffered a cut then again. So, you know, Joon took it upon himself to satisfy an opponent, you know what I'm saying, fill that void, you know. So now Inoue could keep that date, and he volunteered to have it under the circumstances of being a short-term notice, you know. And he took the fight, man. He embraced it, man. So big salute to him, regardless of how it went down. You know, I respect him for his effort and his attempt to dethrone the monster, you know. So that was a valiant effort, even though it didn't last that long. Now what's next for NAOYA Inoue? You know, he said in the ring that he's gonna fight in Vegas next, and he'll fight in Saudi Arabia Riyadh season in the future. So we're wondering who his opponents will be. You know, him and Bob Arum, they didn't add any further specificity, but if you've been paying attention to my videos at least, and the boxing landscape, then you know most likely he'll be fighting WBC #1 position fighter in Alan David Picasso Romero, you know. So probably fight him, a Mexican fighter who's ranked #1 in the WBC. He'll probably be fighting him in Las Vegas. It just seems like he won't be fighting MJ Akhmadaliev, and that's the guy that deserves, you know, the fight the most, because the WBA has ordered NAOYA Inoue to not only fight MJ Akhmadaliev once, but he ordered him twice. So, you know, I think it's kind of disappointing that they probably won't look that way, because Bob Arum has said it himself that he's not interested in fighting MJ Akhmadaliev, and they pretty much shot him down, even though he's the one that's been ordered twice. And I think NAOYA Inoue, you know, he is the cash cow of the smaller weight divisions, so he deserves to fight whoever he wants. You know what I'm saying? He's an all-time great, but the rules still apply. If you don't fight your mandatory that's been called and ordered, you know what I'm saying, the guy's in the #1 ranked position in order, that means you're mandated, so he's the mandatory, then you have to give up that belt. So if he doesn't fight MJ Akhmadaliev, and the WBA has stated that they will strip NAOYA Inoue, so he may not be undisputed for too much longer, but it doesn't matter. You know, he's probably going to move up to 126 anyway, you know. And speaking of that, because that move to 126 will be legendary, you know. But speaking of legends, Bob Arum came out and said something very questionable, you know, very ignorant and insolent, you know what I'm saying. I feel like and the insolence comes to who he was referring to, and that was Manny Pacquiao, you know. Let's make one thing very clear. NAOYA Inoue, Terrence Bud Crawford, and Alexander Usyk, they're all-time greats, man. Undisputed in 2 different weight classes. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying. In the 4-belt era too, they are monsters, you know what I'm saying. All 3 of them, and they're all-time greats. However, when you talk about comparing legendary careers, there's very few that could hold the weight to even, you know what I'm saying, to even substantiate a comparison with Manny Pacquiao. You know, Manny Pacquiao, I want to ask y'all a question, you know, let's keep it real, right? Without referencing Google, can you tell me 5 fighters that NAOYA INOUE fought? I'll wait. Yeah, that was long enough. See, I can because I actually watch boxing. You know, he fought Stephen Fulton. He fought Emmanuel Rodriguez. He fought Jason Maloney. You know, he just fought Joon Kim. You know, he fought Nonito Donaire. You know, and he fought some other fighters as well that are pretty good, you know. But out of the fighters that I just named, maybe there's probably 1, maybe 2 Hall of Famers. Yeah, Stephen Fulton's a good fighter, not a Hall of Famer, not right now. No disrespect to him. You know, Marlon Tapales is a good fighter, not a Hall of Famer, right? You know, Emmanuel Rodriguez, he's a very good fighter. He could be considered for Hall of Fame, you know, considered for it, is not bona fide. Jason Maloney, he's a good fighter, not a Hall of Famer, the Australian champion, you know, former champion. But Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash, he's a bona fide Hall of Famer, right? So out of all of NAOYA INOUE's fights, all 29 of his fights, he probably has 1 legitimate Hall of Famer. Now let's think about Manny Pacquiao. Can you tell me how many Hall of Famers Manny Pacquiao not only shared the ring with, but beat? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be beat. Let's just say shared the ring with, right? Win, lose, or draw. The fact that he's fought Hall of Famers, that's what separates Manny Pacquiao. Let's discuss some of the Hall of Famers that he fought. Let me take the liberty and giving you a sample size of some of the Hall of Famers that he fought. Let's get it going. This is Manny Pacquiao we're talking about, right? He fought Oscar De La Hoya, Hall of Famer. Miguel Cotto, Hall of Famer. Floyd Money Mayweather, Hall of Famer.
1 hour later.
Juan Manuel Marquez, Hall of Famer. Eric Morales, Hall of Famer. Marco Antonio Barrera, Hall of Famer. Sugar Shane Mosley, Hall of Famer.
2 hours later.
Ricky Hatton, Hall of Famer. Dang. Tim Bradley, Hall of Famer. Keith Thurman, possible Hall of Famer.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
You know, so before I even, how many people did I just name off the top of my head while spitballing? You know what I'm saying? Just that quickly when thinking about the legendary Manny Pacquiao's career, before I even got to somebody who's a questionable Hall of Famer and Keith one-time Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Look how quickly I arrived at a guy that's questionable for Hall of Fame in Emmanuel Rodriguez. You know, he could be a Hall of Famer just like Keith Thurman could be a Hall of Famer.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
But NAOYA INOUE has 1 bona fide Hall of Famer. I just gave you plethora of Hall of Famers that Manny Pacquiao fought. So you can't really trust the Bob father, but I would entertain his ignorance and insolence. But people will look at it as me saying, oh, I'm disrespecting NAOYA INOUE. No, NAOYA INOUE is a Hall of Famer and an all-time great. But when you're comparing him to the cream of the crop, like a Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Robinson, Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying, guys like this, you have to take out your microscope and you have to really break down the personnel of people that they fought. And while Manny Pacquiao has never been undisputed, NAOYA INOUE has fought nearly half, not even close to a quarter of the Hall of Famers that Manny Pacquiao has conquered or just shared the ring with, whether he won or not, you know. So yeah, I think that was crazy, disrespectful to Manny Pacquiao. But NAOYA INOUE is a beast, but Manny Pacquiao, there's very few people's resumes who compare to the legendary Manny Pacquiao, man. That just is what it is. But I'm just telling you the truth. So Bob Father, like I said, Bob Arum, he's a promoter, right? So he's gonna always say who he has or who he's currently promoting is the best. You know what I'm saying? He said Terrence Crawford's better than Floyd, and he's saying he also said Lomachenko was better than Pacquiao. Now he's saying NAOYA INOUE is better than Pacquiao, you know, and he said some wild things all the time and has said it before. This is no different, man. It's just wild. And a shout out to NAOYA INOUE though, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do you think NAOYA INOUE's resume and career is as legendary as Manny Pacquiao's? And who do you think he'll be fighting next? Like I said, I think he'll be fighting David Allen Picasso Romero. And no, I don't think his career is anywhere near the legendary status of Manny Pacquiao. His is legendary as well, but when you break it down, it's not close to Manny Pacquiao's, man. But that's it for me right there, man. Don't forget to smack that like button, but most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.